In moments from now, we will be announcing the India Today Axis My India Exit Poll for State of War Telangana. It's a triangular tucker theoretically in Telangana, which has intensified after exit poll results were released on Thursday by other agencies. Ours is, of course, coming up. K.T. Ramarao, the son of the Chief Minister and Minister in the Telangana government, questioned the credibility of the exit polls and said that he's confident, despite what these polls say, the BRS will be through. Meanwhile, Revanth Reddy, who is the Congress's #1 man in Telangana and a man who could be Chief Minister if the Congress wins, believes in the exit polls and says that results will be better than the exit polls. BJP, meanwhile, seems to be waiting for all the exit polls because the last word hasn't been heard yet. The exit poll with a 94% track record. The numbers from India Today are yet to be released. Okay, Akshita and Nagarjun are back with us. Nagarjun, you know, Revanth Reddy seemed to be exuding more confidence, and I don't blame him because the poll of polls yesterday is a lovely fresh breeze for Revanth Reddy. He's worked very, very hard. He's led a campaign, that most people would have thought impossible for the Congress party. The Congress party has been at the receiving end of almost a kind of united attack from all of the others. The BRS, the BJP, the AIMIM, all of those factors. So if this all turns out to be true, and once again I want to say we don't know anything until December the 3rd, Revanth Reddy is the man, who perhaps stands the tallest.
Well, that is true. In fact, the Congress party also has projected him as the mass leader. The song that the Congress has here, the party song, heaps praises of Revanth Reddy as well in the song. So we saw Priyanka Gandhi dancing, grooving to it, clapping with the followers, supporters. That was about Revanth Reddy as well. So somehow the party also knows that if they win, if they have the chances close to forming the government, he's the man #1 for Congress party because he has consolidated most of the people, supporters. We have seen the body language when Revanth Reddy goes on stage and how people react to him. So he's still the trump card in Telangana Congress is what many people here and political commentators have seen. While we are talking about Revanth Reddy being #1 for Congress, it is still #1 Mr. KCR for BRS as well. He is in our surveys also, we have seen that he's been #1 player, #1 trump card for the BRS party, also giving a good tough fight for everyone in the last 10 years. Since 2014, he scored a comfortable majority in 2018 and 2019 Lok Sabha also. And GHMC, again, they won Hyderabad Corporation. So Mr. KCR has been their own trump card. He's been campaigning aggressively every day, 4 campaigns. So Congress wanted to make it more presidential, that Revanth Reddy versus KCR. They made sure that Revanth Reddy contests from Kamareddy against the Chief Minister to send out a message that we are not holding back from a good fight. We are here to fight. And largely also the credit for Congress picking up the momentum goes to Karnataka Congress because at least 70 MLAs who have just come out of fresh elections in Karnataka were deployed here by AICC around Telangana, in and around Hyderabad. And also ministers, 10 ministers have been here for 1 month at least, looking at booth management, making sure that the guarantee cards reach to the people. And hence, they wanted to build a narrative. They wanted to build a momentum that we too are in the fight this election.
So it is really so interesting, isn't it, Naga and Akshita, that, state elections are so different from your national elections. In a national election, you don't want a presidential style battle. In a state election, you prefer a presidential style battle because that suits you here. You've got a strong, charismatic personality. Akshita, we all enjoyed your ground report with Revanth as well from Kamareddy, where he's taking on the lion, as it were. One of the things that struck me is Revanth, is a man of few words. He prefers to be out there, getting his hands in the gravel, doing all those, all of those big campaigns. Slightly shy on camera, speaks very good Hindi, however. Cuts a bit of a DK Shivakumar figure without, of course, that legendary swagger. But this is a man who, a large part of India hadn't even heard of until this election, and suddenly he's the big centerpiece.
Very, very true, Shiv. A man of few words for the cameras, but I can tell you behind it at these rallies, He's a man of plenty of words, and his rallies are huge crowd pullers because of the kind of comments, the kind of remarks that he makes. You know, one thing that's very, very interesting about the elections here in Telangana is, Shiv, and you see a lot of this narrative, of course, nationally, which is that when a politician makes personal comments, below the belt remarks, it's condemned across, and rightly so. You know, there's a lot of outrage when anyone resorts to personal remarks against the political opponents. Here in Telangana, it's the normal. You've got KCR and Revanth Reddy, imagine this, standing at rallies referring to each other as mad dogs, saying pichi kuka and things like that. And it's unbelievable. The crowd is up on their feet. They're all cheering when these kind of comments are made. That's the level of politics here in Telangana, and nobody objects. It's considered part and parcel of Telangana politics. It's considered the norm to get in these crowds, keep them entertained, keep them on their feet. Revanth Reddy does a lot of that. Even at Kamareddy, when I was there, he ensured that he told out everything the crowd wanted to hear, speaking about KCR, speaking about KTR, about what really has been done for Kamareddy and the likes. A man of few words on camera, yes, and you're right to highlight that, you know, nobody really knew about him. Now he's a national talking point. When he took over as the Telangana Congress chief, he did face a lot of rebellion within the Congress itself. A lot of people questioned, you know, why are you making him? He's a Reddy. But look at how he's turned things around for the Congress. A few months ago, even, Shiv, there was a lot of talk about Congress saying they're a distant third, they're nowhere in this fight. And things have changed so fast. And one of the biggest factors is Revanth Reddy. Nobody can deny that. The kind of crowds that he's pulled at rallies in rural Telangana is amazing, really, to see. And, of course, his speeches going viral across.
Very, very interesting character, and I suggest to all of our viewers, get ahead on Revanth Reddy. He's someone we've been covering very, very closely. Akshita's ground report with him is one that you can watch as well.